I'm Jennifer Vitas, Chief Customer Experience Officer at Metro, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to Metro's annual State of the Agency Address and Reception. Today, we'll officially pass the Metro Board Chair gavel from Glendale City Council member and fiscal year 2023 Metro Board Chair Angelenos to Los Angeles Mayor and FY 2024 Metro Board Chair Karen Bass. El día de hoy, en forma oficial, vamos a traspasar el mando de la Junta Directiva de Metro de parte del concejal de la ciudad de Glendale, Angelenos, quien estuvo a cargo de la mesa directiva de Metro durante el año fiscal 2023. A la alcaldesa de Los Ángeles, Karen Bass, quien asume el cargo de presidenta de la Junta de Directores de Metro en el año 2024. But before that, Sharon Jarian and Metro CEO Stephanie Wiggins will highlight Metro's significant accomplishments in the fiscal year 2023 as we work to recover ridership, improve system safety, drive equity, and focus on improving the Metro experience for our customers and for our employees. Ms. Wiggins will share her ambitious goals for fiscal year 2024 as we continue to work to attract new riders and grow the Metro system so it can become the first transportation choice for Angelenos. Pero antes de eso, el presidente saliente de la Junta Nigerian y la presidenta ejecutiva general de Metro, Stephanie Wiggins, van a resaltar los logros significantes de Metro durante el año 2023. Ms. Wiggins compartirá sus metas ambiciosas para el año fiscal 2024, incluso atraer nuevos usuarios y aumentar el sistema Metro para convertirlo en la primera elección de transporte de los angelinos. LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn, who will be the Metro Board's first vice chair in FY 2024, will share her thoughts. La supervisora del condado de Los Ángeles, Janice Hahn, quien es la primera vicepresidenta en este año fiscal 2024, también nos compartirá sus ideas. Then, LA Mayor and Metro Board Chair Karen Bass will share details of her ideas to make Metro more accessible to all Angelenos in an equitable way, as Los Angeles prepares to host the world for the World Cup in 2026 and the Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2028. Después de la alcaldesa de Los Ángeles y la nueva presidenta de la Junta Directiva de Metro, Karen Bass, compartirá los detalles de sus planes para hacer a Metro más accesible para todos los angelinos de una manera equitativa, mientras Los Ángeles se prepara para ser anfitrión al mundo de la Copa Mundial en 2026 y los Juegos Olímpicos y Paralímpicos en 2028. I'm also proud to share that you will hear from two members of Metro's Youth Council who are vital in helping Metro better meet the needs of young riders. También estoy orgullosa que van a informarles que van a escuchar a dos de los integrantes del Consejo Juvenil de Metro, quienes son una parte vital para ayudar a Metro a cumplir con las necesidades de los usuarios jóvenes. Our Nigerian presided over a pivotal year for Metro, a year in which Metro opened and began work on new transportation projects, rolled out important components of our reimagined multi-layered public safety plan, and continued building ridership with equity at the center. Our Nigerian presidió durante un año crucial para Metro. Fue un año en el cual Metro inauguró el inicio inició trabajos en nuevos proyectos de transporte, se iniciaron partes importantes de nuestro nuevo plan de seguridad pública y con enfoque en la equidad continuamos incrementando el número de usuarios de Metro. Ahora tenemos un tributo especial para celebrar su presidencia. Director Nigerian, as a special tribute, we have prepared a video that celebrates your chairmanship.
Chair Solis, I kindly accept your gavel and will use it wisely as you have.
Thank you.
And as incoming board chair, my priorities will be threefold: continuing and strengthening our agency's commitment to make safety our #1 priority.
Today, we are announcing that Metro staff has successfully trained nearly 300 Metro ambassadors. Our new ambassadors will play a significant role in Metro's multi-layered and reimagined approach to public safety.
This is really a superb day. It's an excellent day. The K line is officially Metro's 7th rail line to open in our county. And for once and for all, LA will have a direct transit connection to the airport, which makes it a game changer for the region.
Metro looks forward to working hand in hand with Senator Padilla to ensure that the President's recommendation of $250 million in New Start's funding for this project is realized later this year. I think as we stand here in this park, we can truly say that for Angelenos who live next to freeways, sound walls do more than just reduce the noise emanating from thousands of vehicles around the clock. They bring us all peace of mind. Free Metro Go passes for our 15,000 community college students is fantastic. It is one of the most transformative efforts to help our residents gain access to educational opportunities. We want every day to feel like Transit Equity Day for our customers, like our Go Pass program for students K through 14 or LIFE program. We are absolutely committed to the ideals of racial justice, equity, and access to opportunity for our customers. It was back in 2006, when I was just a young man and a young board member, that I put forth a motion. I'm going to claim the title as father of the Regional Connector. Metro proudly announces the opening of the Regional Connector project. Is truly the missing link in Metro's ever-expanding rail system. I do have to work on my ambassador swagger, though.
Please welcome, démosle la bienvenida, Glendale City Council member and Metro Board member, Aaron Najarian.
Thank you. That was such a great video. You probably don't want to hear me speak anymore, but you know, the picture is worth 1,000 words. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Metro staff. Good morning, elected officials. Good morning, agency officials, Darren Kettle. Good morning to our law enforcement partners, Chief Moore. Good morning to our labor leaders. Good morning to community activists and leaders and my colleague from the board, my sister, Jackie DuPont Walker. Of course, Mayor and Director Hahn and everyone at Metro, our bus operators, our ambassadors. Thank you for coming this morning. This is a day of celebration. And do I look taller? Because the mantle of leadership is now just coming off my shoulders. But I want Mayor Bass to know that I am with her the whole way. If she needs anything, I can teach her that swagger move. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it has been a pleasure to serve as Metro Chair this past year. It's been one of the greatest years of my life. It's been a year of both challenges and triumphs. And I can honestly say that I would never trade this year for any other year. Now, people like to point out that I'm the longest serving member of the Metro Board. I've been on there 17 years. I'm the senior member, but I'm not the oldest. I'm not the oldest. I'll let you know who that is in some other interview. So being on the board that long gives you a certain institutional memory, and I'm glad that I could help bring that to the board. What a year it's been. We've opened major new transit lines, improved bus services, improved public safety, and broke ground on new transportation projects that will keep LA County moving in the years ahead. And I remember saying at the last State of the Agency, just last year, that this would be a decisive moment in the agency's history, and that our challenges to improve mobility in our county would take shrewd leadership, firm resolve, and political will to overcome. And before I get in too much trouble more, I do want to say I forgot to introduce my mom. She's a big supporter. And my brother, Armin, and his wife, Naira, and my son, Alexander, is in the background. Come on in, Alexander. We got a seat for you. And I think it has proven to be true that working together, that we have steadfastly continued to deliver the largest transit infrastructure capital program in the country while grappling with the lingering impacts of COVID-19, which, as you know, is the worst health pandemic in the last century. And that was on our transit system. We were not immune. At the start of my chairmanship, I stated that my priority was to continue and strengthen Metro's commitment to make safety our #1 priority. That includes safety for our riders, our employees, and the communities that we serve. Over the last year, Metro has taken many actions to fully implement our reimagined, multi-layered public safety plan. And I was a skeptic at first, and I'm happy to admit to that. I wasn't sure about the multi-layered approach, but through discussion with my board colleagues and the CEO and staff, I realized that this is the best way to ensure the safety. And this multi-layered plan utilizes the full complement of resources from law enforcement, ambassadors, transit security officers, homeless outreach, and mental health crisis teams, maintenance crews, infrastructure improvements, and others to improve safety, security, and cleanliness for our riders. We brought all of these resources to bear in the last year to keep riders safe in a balanced approach that applies the right resource for the right issue. One of the major initiatives we launched earlier this year, as you saw, was our ambassador program, the largest program of its kind in the country. Our green-shirted ambassadors, and you can see them right here, and if you go through Union Station or any of our lines, they primarily serve a customer service role. They are a team of well-trained, uniformed individuals who can assist our riders as they navigate the system. At the same time, ambassadors increase our eyes and ears on the system to report any incidents that they see. The increased presence alone helps deter criminal behavior and frees up law enforcement and security personnel to concentrate on policing the system. We now have more than 300 Metro ambassadors on the transit system to add more eyes and ears for our customers. And as of April, our ambassadors have conducted nearly 52,000 customer interactions. They have also reported nearly 1,200 cleanliness issues, 270 elevator and escalator issues, 250 graffiti incidents, and 170 safety issues. We have also seen great success with our drug-free campaign, which began in February of this year. By increasing enforcement on Metro, we've seen a decline of drug-related arrests and customer complaints on the system. So I'm very excited to report that the campaign has reduced drug-related complaints by more than 30%. In another layer of Metro's multi-layered public safety plan, Metro is investing heavily in social services on our system, outreach services. This investment comes from a commitment to help address homelessness on our system with both compassion and dignity. We are greatly expanding our homeless and mental health trauma-informed crisis intervention teams, which connect individuals to needed services. We will be tripling our homeless outreach teams from 8 to 24 to better address this issue on our system. Moving forward, Metro will partner with the LA County Department of Health Services and organizations such as PATH, People Assisting the Homeless, next fiscal year to invest nearly $14 million in outreach to unhoused individuals. Metro will also allocate $10 million this fiscal year to a new Department of Mental Health partnership to provide training on identifying mental health concerns and proper responses and strategies to address critical crisis response needs and community mental health ambassadors. Safety is Metro's top priority, and the actions I've described today will clearly help us create a safer, more secure system for our customers. Now, in terms of major transit milestones, we opened 2 Metro Rail projects in the last year, which is very rare for Metro. Usually it's one every couple of years. Last October, Metro opened the K Line. This nearly 6-mile light rail line now serves the South Los Angeles communities of West Adams, Jefferson Park, Baldwin Hills, Leimert Park, Hyde Park, Inglewood, Westchester, and others. It is a critical new rail line, and it will also provide a connection to Los Angeles International Airport and the Sea Line when Metro completes construction of the LAX Metro Transit Center in 2024. That's right, you'll soon be able to take transit to LAX. The second milestone is the regional connector here in downtown Los Angeles. One of my key priorities as a board chair over the last year has been to focus on delivering more regionally connected projects. So that's why I'm so proud to have served as board chair when Metro delivered the regional connector project to the public just last month. We almost didn't make it in my tenure, but I put the heat on Stephanie Wiggins to get it done. I won't say anything else. The regional connector transforms the way Angelenos travel through downtown Los Angeles and connects more people with the broader Los Angeles County region to more places that they want to go. Thanks to the regional connector, you can take the newly designated A line to get from Azusa in the San Gabriel foothills to Long Beach and everywhere in between without changing trains. And you can get to places like downtown Pasadena, Chinatown, the Disney Center, LA Trade and Technical College, Willowbrook, Compton, and all the attractions in Long Beach. On the newly designated E line, you can get from East LA to the Santa Monica Pier and everywhere in between without changing trains. That means a one-seat ride to places like Mariachi Plaza, Little Tokyo, the Grand Central Market in downtown LA, Crypto.com Arena, LA Live, the Coliseum, and USC. These reconfigured rail lines will save Metro riders 20 minutes of time traveling through downtown LA by eliminating the need to transfer trains at either the LA Union Station or the 7th Street Metro Station. We have also built 3 sparkling new underground light rail stations in the Little Tokyo Arts District, Historic Broadway, and Bunker Hill districts. I urge you all to take a look at those stations. They are absolutely incredible. And back in 2006, as a Metro board member, as the video said, and as I said before, I authored a motion requesting that Metro study how a regional connector could speed travel across the county by linking the rail lines. I was happy to author that motion, and some say that I became the father of the regional connector. I wouldn't say that, but that's what some people say. Some do. My mom says that. Thanks, Mom. This project is truly the missing link in Metro's rail system, and now that it's completed, it will help ridership continue to grow in the years ahead. It is my hope that the regional connector will help us not only return to the 1.2 million daily boarding pre-pandemic riders, but far exceed that level of ridership. Of course, Metro has also made key bus system improvements as well. Last month, we joined the LA DOT to celebrate the completion of over 4 miles of dedicated bus lanes, safety and mobility improvements along Venice Boulevard between Palms and Mar Vista. This project will enhance mobility and safety for the thousands of people in the community who use transit to get to and from school, work, businesses, and appointments along the corridor. It is an excellent example of the ongoing collaborative effort between Metro, the Mayor of Los Angeles, and the Los Angeles Department of Transportation to identify, design, fund, and implement transit-supportive infrastructure. All of us are working together to speed up transit service as part of Metro's next-gen bus plan. In addition to opening brand new transit lines, we also broke ground on new transportation projects. First among these is the East San Fernando Valley Light Rail Project. And you saw Senator Padilla in the video, a big supporter of that. In December, we celebrated the beginning of advanced utility work for the first 6.7-mile segment of this new light rail project. It will bring light rail to the communities of Van Nuys, Panorama City, Arleta, and Pacoima for the first time in decades, and it will travel along Van Nuys Boulevard, one of the valley's busiest corridors. In doing so, it will also connect with the Van Nuys Amtrak and Metrolink station, further expanding the interregional transit connections throughout our county, state, and country. Another 2.5-mile segment is also planned to further extend the rail line from Pacoima to the Silmar-San Fernando Metrolink station. Metro has promised better transit options for the San Fernando Valley, Stuart Waldman, and this project is a huge step forward in fulfilling that project. We not only broke ground on this rail project, but we also broke ground on the rail-to-rail active transportation corridor project in South Los Angeles last year. The mayor was not yet elected mayor, but I remember her joining us there as a member of Congress. Metro is now actively building a new 5.5-mile bicycle and pedestrian path that will transform a blighted, unused rail corridor in South LA and connect local bicyclists and walkers to current and future Metro rail lines. It is a significant investment in the South LA community and will inject new life and vibrancy into this historically disadvantaged area. It's expected to be completed in late 2024. As you can see, we have made tremendous progress in the last year to improve and grow the transit system in Los Angeles County. It has been a great honor to chair the Metro Board. The Metro Board is an all-star team of leaders. Don't have any doubt about that. They are all dedicated intensely, not just to the community, but specifically to transportation. And I'm happy to have led them to achieve the many milestones. And I'm filled with gratitude for all the hard work and teamwork from the board, Metro staff, our partner cities, agencies, contractors, engineers, union officials, and all the stakeholders who've been part of this journey. As I prepare to hand over the gavel to Mayor Bass a little bit later in the program, I do so with tremendous optimism and excitement for the improvements coming to our city, our county, and for Metro. Make no mistake, the board will be in excellent hands with Mayor Bass at the helm, not to mention her talented and committed team. Under her leadership, I look forward to another successful year of accomplishments and milestones that will benefit the people of Los Angeles and the entire Southern California region. With that, I would like to congratulate our new board chair, Mayor Karen Bass. Thank you, Mayor Bass, for your leadership. And I will support you 100% as you take on the role of chair. Thank you very much, everyone.
Gracias. Thank you, Director Najarian. That was a great overview of some of the key accomplishments of the past year. Esta fue una gran reseña de algunos de los logros durante el pasado año. Next, we'd like to spotlight two students from Metro's Youth Council. Enseguida, vamos a resaltar a dos estudiantes del Consejo Juvenil de Metro. The Youth Council began 2 years ago and was the idea of Metro's CEO, Stephanie Wiggins. The goal is simple: inject the voices of young people into Metro's decision-making so that we can build and operate the kind of system that will serve them well throughout their lives. El Consejo Juvenil se inició hace 2 años y fue la idea de Stephanie Wiggins, presidenta ejecutiva general de Metro. La meta es simple: inyectar a las voces de los jóvenes en el proceso de hacer decisiones para poder construir y operar un sistema que les dará servicio ideal durante el resto de sus vidas. Youth Council members also participate in Metro's growing Go Pass program and receive free Metro fares. Los integrantes de los Consejos Juvenil también participan en el creciente programa piloto Go Pass de Metro y reciben pasajes gratis. Please welcome, demos la bienvenida, Zoe Schwartz and Tomer Fine.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tomer Fine.
And my name is Zoe Schwartz, and we are the special event co-coordinators for the Metro Youth Council.
Today, we're here representing our peers on the Youth Council and the hundreds of thousands of high school and college students that go Metro.
Effective and accessible transit is critical to my future as an LA County resident. Speaking for myself, I am already a frequent transit rider. I use it to ride the G line to go to school, downtown for events like Pride and events at City Hall, but mostly just school.
Today, we have the privilege of introducing Metro CEO Stephanie Wiggins. CEO Wiggins was the driving force behind the creation of the Youth Council. I am, for one, really glad it exists so that people at Metro can better understand our needs and make the system better for everyone.
This year on the Youth Council, we've contributed our perspective on how to improve people's experiences on Metro. We've also learned about how Metro strives to implement their projects and programs equitably so everyone can take advantage of all our great city has to offer.
It's inspiring to be here today and hear about Metro's plans to make Metro friendlier, safer, and more accessible to even more people across LA County.
Thank you, Metro, CEO Wiggins, and everyone else who has helped facilitate the Metro Youth Council this year. It's really been a great experience.
So without further ado, please welcome Metro CEO Stephanie Wiggins.
Thank you, Zoe and Tomer, for that introduction. Aren't our Metro Youth Council members great? Yeah? I'm very proud of the Youth Council, and thank you, Yvette Repose, for bringing the idea to me. We all share in the creation of the Youth Council, but Zoe and Toma represent 2 of 27 members of our council that represent every region in LA County, and they do provide us with a profound understanding of the needs and expectations of youth regarding transit. So thank you, Youth Council, for your invaluable contributions to Metro. To outgoing Chair Nigerian, can we all give him another round of applause, please? Thank you for your incredible leadership this past year. We were presented with a series of challenging circumstances that required careful navigation and strategic decision-making. Your ability to maintain a balanced approach and a wicked sense of humor amidst these difficulties was greatly appreciated. It's important to acknowledge the remarkable things we did achieve together despite the obstacles, and our collective efforts yielded significant results that have propelled the agency forward, from enhancing safety and security measures to expanding accessibility and improving the customer experience. Your leadership was pivotal in guiding us through this transformative year and positioning us for continued success. So once again, thank you for your exceptional leadership and unwavering commitment to our mission. And to incoming Chair Bass, I just have to say, what an incredible start to your administration. Our system of government was designed to elect leaders from among the people who are representative of the people. And our leaders should bring people together, make things better for them, and promote the common good. And you have brought that sort of leadership to City Hall. It embodies the best of public service. And as Mayor of LA, you have been fearless, human, and effective in tackling the biggest issues facing LA. And I can't wait to move Metro forward with you over the next year. So 12 months ago, in this very place, I stood before you and shared my moonshot goal, and that is to revolutionize the way LA moves and establish Metro as the preferred choice for transportation among Angelenos. Now, we have a long way to go, but today I have hope, faith even, that we can get there. I am proud that through the collective efforts of the 11,000 Metro employees, we have made significant strides in reaching that goal. Last month, we did open the Regional Connector, and on opening weekend, we welcomed hundreds of thousands of Angelenos who took more than 200,000 trips on the new A and E lines. That's 34% more trips than the old Blue, Gold, and Expo lines had combined in the month of May. And ridership has stayed about 13% higher on those lines ever since. I'm gratified that so many Angelenos chose to go Metro on opening weekend, to check out our new downtown stations, and to reconnect to other areas of the county, from East LA to Long Beach and beyond. Not only that, but we were truly excited about people's reactions to these beautiful new stations, especially the artwork. I watched as countless people took selfies and took pride in public spaces that reflect the essence of the neighborhoods they serve. And I felt hope that transit could maybe, just maybe, be the great connector LA needs to bring us all together. I felt hope again when I saw the people of LA finding community as they traveled to Pride events, Ciclavia, Juneteenth, and the Anime Expo. Foodies, music lovers, and sports fans used Metro to support small businesses, rediscover their passions, and enjoy everything LA has to offer. Students like Zoe and Tomer find peace of mind and freedom as they use their Go Passes to get to school, fun, and friends. And Angelenos are enjoying a revitalized Metro system that reduces congestion and traffic fatalities and helps fight climate change. So this all feels very different to me. It's a change from the last few years when we've been battling illness, fear, and division. We still face immense challenges, though. Poverty, housing insecurity, homelessness, drug addiction, and mental health are all crises we must address with urgency. But when I consider that we delivered 269 million rides last year, and that ridership grew in 11 of our last 12 months, I feel confident we can connect Angelenos to each other and inspire them to make us the first choice for transportation. Now, we have a long way to go to get us to my moonshot goal, but I do believe it is possible. We're building a system that will benefit our communities, our children and grandchildren for decades to come. Metro is delivering the most ambitious transportation plan in the entire nation. In 2028, the Olympic and Paralympic Games are presenting us with an immense challenge and an even more epic opportunity, as the Games will be car-free. We'll open a major transit project every year between now and 2028. And we're building a transit legacy for the people of Los Angeles. And we're building it with purpose, with equity, and with the input of the 10 million people who live here. Think about this. For the '84 Olympics, we only had diesel buses to move people around. But by 2028, thanks to the support of LA County voters through measures R and M, we'll have 130 miles of Metro Rail, 121 stations, 75 miles of busway and bus rapid transit, and more than 100 miles of bus priority lanes. And we'll have the cleanest bus fleet ever. And we are building all of these in some of the busiest equity-focused communities in Los Angeles. But what good are those projects if nobody wants to ride them? Now, it's our intention to build a service that inspires Angelenos to do what many consider unimaginable: choose to ride transit instead of driving their beloved cars. Reaching that goal requires the transformation of the Metro system, and last year, we added 44 miles of rail and bus priority lanes to our system. We delivered 2 game-changing light rail projects, and we expanded our next-gen bus priority lane network in the city of Los Angeles to speed up our buses by up to 15%. Now, that's an amazing accomplishment, and thanks to our program management team, the next-gen capital team, and our partners at LADOT. Now, we must continue to rethink the way we deliver our bus and rail service, which we're doing. Last year, we fully restored our bus service and gave people better and more convenient access to our buses throughout the day. Now, our buses provide greater access to jobs and destinations than ever before. But most of all, reaching our moonshot goal requires the commitment from our 11,000 Metro employees to continue to put people first. We need to listen to our customers, to learn from them, and act fast to meet their expectations for a world-class transportation service. We're committed to that. Let's hear from a few members of the Metro family.
With the pandemic in the rearview mirror, hopefully for good,
Metro is making transit in Los Angeles better than it ever was before.
and we're doing it by putting people first.
to ensure your transit trip is fast and reliable.
We've hired more than 1,000 new transit operators
and made Metro more frequent across the region.
To ensure your trip is safe,
clean, and enjoyable,
we're adding more transit security,
more cleaning,
more outreach workers,
and more than 300 Metro ambassadors to help you
navigate our expansive system.
And to make sure no one misses out on all Los Angeles has to offer,
we've made Metro more accessible and affordable to students and working families.
Metro is putting people first, so you can get the most out of your transportation system.
To the millions of Angelenos who ride Metro,
thank you for making us your choice for transportation.
Thank you to everyone from our operations, ambassador, and home outreach teams who participated in that video. You know they're right. We are committed to making transit in LA better than it ever was before. So we must be obsessed with providing an exceptional experience for our customers from the beginning of their journey to the end. Our service must be clean, safe, comfortable, reliable, and easy. These are foundational. And the Metro family is working together to deliver those results. We've added more frequent cleaning on our trackways, escalators, inside our trains and buses, and easier to clean vinyl seats have now been installed on 100% of our in-service rail cars and 100% of our buses. We've increased visible presence all over the rail system, and we've stepped up enforcement on our customer code of conduct to ensure that people are riding our system for the purpose for which it is intended, transit. To make our system comfortable, we begin to upgrade lighting and ventilation at our stations, and we're piloting our ambassador program who, since October, have had more than 365,000 customer engagements. They are making Metro friendlier and more customer-focused than ever. We've also stepped up our efforts to make sure everyone has easier access to their transportation system. We signed up over 89,000 people for our Life Discount program for people with low incomes, and many of those signups were through a partnership with the LA County Department of Public Social Services. So thank you to the chair of the Board of Supervisors, Ms. Janice Hahn, and all the Board of Supervisors who helped facilitate that partnership for us. We also signed up hundreds of thousands of K-12 and community college students for GoPass, which enabled us to far exceed last year's goal. In fiscal year 23, we delivered an astounding 16.7 million rides using GoPass. You hear that, Denny Zane? That's more than triple the rides we delivered in fiscal year 22. And we know Move LA was a big proponent of GoPass. Because of GoPass, 43% more students ride Metro today than in 2019. That's incredible, and worthy of applause. When you look at our system today as compared to 2021, the change is night and day. But we're far from done. In this next year, we'll continue putting people first. Our customers have asked us for shorter rail headways, and this fiscal year, we're going to do that, right, Conan Chung, Chief Operations Officer? Yes. Shorter headways on rail mean faster commutes, more convenience, and better service overall. Our customers also want us to do a better job addressing homelessness on buses and trains. Now, homelessness is the #1 issue in the county and the city, and we applaud the efforts of Mayor Bass, Chair Hahn, and the county supervisors, and many other cities in LA County to help get people off the streets and into housing. Now, Metro is not a homeless services agency, but homelessness is an emergency, so we must do our part. And working with our nonprofit partners, LASA, and the cities, we're taking concrete steps to reduce the incidence of people experiencing homelessness using our system for shelter. Last fiscal year, in partnership with PATH and the county, Metro placed 264 people experiencing homelessness in permanent housing and 312 into interim housing. Our goal is to place 900 people sheltering on Metro into interim or permanent housing by this time next year. We also need to continue to focus on safety and security, which remains my #1 priority. Buses have long been the safest way to travel in LA, but the alarming increase in random attacks on our bus operators highlights the fact that we must do more to keep our employees and customers safe. Thanks to our board, we're growing our Metro Transit security by 45%, and we're deploying all the new officers to bus riding teams. Now, we don't have the resources to put a transit security officer on every bus, but by targeting these resources to the places that need them the most, we can make our buses even safer than they are today. And on our rail system, we've gotten proactive with our multi-layered safety, security, cleanliness, maintenance, and outreach approach. Would the uniformed members of our customer-facing rail team in the audience please stand? When we say we're using a multi-layered approach, this is what we mean. All these people work in and around the Westlake MacArthur Park station. Okay, you can be seated now. At that station, we stepped up our Metro Transit security presence to ensure code of conduct compliance, and we deployed ambassadors in our blue shirts to help people navigate our system. We instituted round-the-clock custodial services and performed deep cleaning on station surfaces. We brightened station lighting, improved ventilation, played classical music, installed better signage, and improved the way people enter and exit the station. We deployed care-based strategies in partnership with PATH and Christ-centered ministries to help those experiencing homelessness access services. We signed up more than 1,000 people for our low-income discount program and made health services. Thank you, Director DuPont-Walker. Thank you. We made health services available through a mobile health clinic, and we worked with our partners at LAPD, thank you, Chief Moore, to improve the way we deter and respond to crime. These collective efforts together have helped to drive crime and drug use down at Westlake MacArthur Park significantly. Calls for service and weapons arrests have been 0 since May. Medical emergencies at the station are down drastically, and valid fare gate entries are up more than 100%. But this progress is not just limited to Westlake MacArthur Park. Crime in every category has decreased system-wide on Metro since May. Overall, crime fell in May by 53% on the rail system and 13% on the bus. Customer complaints are down, valid taps are up, loitering and trespassing is down, and overall, people are feeling safer and more confident in choosing to go Metro. So I want to thank all of you and the more than 9,000 Metro employees who work in customer-facing roles for everything you've done to help us achieve this progress. Let's give them another round of applause. We've made a lot of progress in the past year. We've shown that we can make big improvements to our system, and now we're in growth mode. This year, our primary goal is to earn back our riders and regain their trust. We are determined to make public transportation the preferred choice for everyone. If recent challenges and changing circumstances cause you to step away from public transportation, I want you to know that we are fully committed to providing an exceptional transit experience for everyone, to ensuring that our transit system not only meets, but exceeds your expectations. Earlier, I said that it was my hope that transit could be the great connector that LA needs to bring us all together. And because of the investments we're making and the service we're improving, I know we can be the great connector. Because we're delivering and building a system that people can take pride in, that people can own, love, and believe in. It's 2023. 2028 is just 5 years away, And in that time, we'll have the type of transit system few would have dreamed possible in LA. It's time to dispel the notion that we're not a transit town. We are. I mean, even the New York Times gave us a shout out last week. Did you see that? And they never say anything good about our transit. In the next 5 years, our service will be friendlier, cleaner, safer, faster, and more useful to people. I believe we can not only reach our pre-pandemic level of ridership, but we can go beyond it. We can deliver a world-class transit experience, we can connect Angelenos once again, and one day, we can be their first choice for transportation. So to the Metro family, to the board, to the people who came before us, and all the people whose shoulders we stand on today, thank you for your support over these last few years, and thank you for everything you will do to support us in the future. Go Metro.
Wow, we had such an amazing year. Tuvimos un año excelente y tenemos muchas más cosas que hacer. We have so much more to do. Thank you, Stephanie, for your strong vision and for your steadfast advocacy for our customers. Let's also give another round of applause. Demos otro fuerte aplauso for Zoe and Tomer. Just imagine how much better Metro will be for future generations thanks to their ideas and the ideas of their colleagues. Imagínense cuánto mejor será Metro para las futuras generaciones gracias a sus ideas. Con esa inspiración, with that inspiration, we'll now hear from our board's leadership for the next year. The Metro Board's first vice chair is also the chair of the LA County Board of Supervisors. Janice Hahn has proudly represented Southeast Los Angeles for more than 20 years. La primera vicepresidenta de la Junta Directiva es también la presidenta de la Junta de Supervisores del Condado de Los Ángeles. Janice Hahn ha representado orgullosamente el sureste del Condado de Los Ángeles por más de 20 años. En la Junta Directiva de Metro, la supervisora Hahn ha sido una fuerte proponente para mejorar nuestros servicios de trenes y autobuses, particularmente para nuestros usuarios más vulnerables. On the Metro Board, Supervisor Hahn has been a strong advocate for improving both bus and rail service, particularly for our most vulnerable customers. Ella es también fuerte proponente para incrementar las oportunidades para las mujeres puestas de liderazgo. I can never say that word. Nunca lo puedo decir, liderazgo. José, ya sabemos, ¿verdad? Así como oportunidades para nuestros negocios pequeños y en desventaja. Estamos agradecidos por su apoyo. She is also a strong advocate for increasing opportunities for women in leadership positions, as well as for opportunities for our region's small and disadvantaged businesses. We are grateful for your advocacy. Please welcome, demos la bienvenida, a Metro Vice Chair and LA County Supervisor, Janice Hahn.
Thank you. Good morning. And hello to everyone joining us here today in person and virtually. It's an exciting day for Metro and for Los Angeles. I am Janice Hahn. I'm the current chair of the LA County Board of Supervisors and for today's purposes, the first vice chair of the Metro Board of Directors. Basically, that means any time over the next year that Mayor Bass needs to catch her breath or do something pertaining to other pressing issues that a mayor has to deal with, I'll be the ones attempting to fill her shoes. Yay. Don't take advantage of that. Don't abuse that. Before I say anything more, I also want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank Ara Najarian, who has not only served on the Metro Board of Directors for nearly 2 decades, ably representing the San Fernando Valley cities, but who for this past year was a superb, thoughtful, and strong board chair. Thank you once again, Ara Najarian. This is a significant moment for Metro because we are preparing to finally open our rail line to LAX as well as our subway extensions to the LA County Museum of Art, Beverly Hills, and eventually UCLA and our VA. It's also a time that will require us to make some smart and thoughtful decisions as this agency and transit agencies across the country are emerging from the pandemic and faced with some very difficult resource challenges. But we in LA have a mayor who has demonstrated collaborative leadership and who can find solutions even when everyone else might think it cannot be done. I'm particularly moved by the mayor's strong push for Metro to deliver affordable housing across LA County alongside our rapidly growing rail network. Metro has a goal to provide 10,000 new affordable homes in the next 8 years, and Mayor Bass has already started moving aggressively to clear that bureaucratic red tape that will help make this a reality. Think about this in the future. We're going to be in year 2031, and we will have 10,000 more affordable homes directly adjacent to our transit network, where you can now get quickly to downtown LA, UCLA, LAX, Pasadena, and I just have to say it, Artesia, because by 2031, the soon-to-be renamed West Santa Ana branch will be well under construction and just a couple of years away from delivering high-quality transit to our Southeast LA communities. Karina Macia, what do you think about that? From the moment Mayor Bass stepped foot in City Hall, she has brought a commitment to collaboration to solve some of our region's most difficult challenges. And these challenges are pronounced on Metro, including unhoused riders and concern about public safety. And I believe she's the right person for this moment, for this city, for our region, and for this agency, as so much of the work that needs to be done requires bringing a variety of stakeholders to the table to agree to work together to tackle challenges with innovative approaches that cross sectors, silos, and fiefdoms. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my delight to introduce to you today, for her first State of the Agency address, the new Metro Board Chair and our Mayor, Karen Bass.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Come on, I got to get that feedback. Wake up, I'm the last speaker. Good morning. Thank you, Janice, for that kind introduction. And I am thrilled to lock arms with you again, once more. You were there from day one when we signed that emergency declaration saying that in Los Angeles City and County, homelessness is the #1 problem, and we will continue to lock arms as I serve as the chair of the Board of Metro. And taking the reins from the veteran as the newbie, being here for 7 months to take over the chair is an awesome responsibility. And so I look forward to serving with you, Chair Najarian, and learning from you. It was amazing to watch the video for all that you accomplished in your tenure, but not just your tenure as chair, your many years for serving on the board. And so I want to thank you, and I also want to acknowledge your family who is here today. My fellow board members, fellow leaders of LA County, cities, and to everyone gathered here today in support of Los Angeles Transit. We are so fortunate to have the leadership that we do in Stephanie Wiggins, all that you have accomplished and all I know that you will continue to accomplish is just amazing, and we need to give both of them another round of applause. So here we are in Union Station, the last of the great railway stations built in the United States, and today a critical hub for the nation's most forward-looking transit system. As the new chair of Metro, it is my responsibility to lay out the state of the agency. And for me, this means laying out a vision for my term as the chair. So first, I want to make it clear that I am committed to joining forces with all 88 cities and the unincorporated areas of our county. We must remember our strength. LA County is the largest county in the nation. So just think about that for a minute. The population in our county is larger than 40 states. That's pretty awesome. We must use our collective power to continue building the best public transit system in the nation. Now, as a state, we send more of our tax dollars to Washington than we receive back. And you should know, as a former member of Congress from California, we always complained about this. But just think, if we join forces with the 19 members of our congressional delegation, now we have the largest regional delegation in the United States. So our regional delegation is larger than the delegation of 47 other states, our regional delegation. So that means that if we join forces, we can bring back those tax dollars and deliver more federal resources to our region. The same is true for our state delegation. We have the largest delegation of any county in California. So there's 120 state representatives in Sacramento. 40 of them are from LA County. When we join forces with all of our state representatives, we will bring back more resources to LA and ensure that we, because this is an issue now, Los Angeles is in charge of our own transportation system. We don't think people from other cities should be in charge of what we do here. Am I right? So this is the way we'll make sure that our residents, the millions of people who visit every year, and everyone whose eyes will be on LA during the World Cup, the Olympics, and the Paralympic Games. We want to make sure that everyone enjoys nothing less than a world-class transit system. Here in what used to be known, I want to say in the future, used to be known as the car capital of the nation. So today, Metro operates the nation's second largest transit system with an annual ridership of 270 million. To the hardworking Angelenos who are building and maintaining the systems, and to the Metro employees who make it happen every day, we need to give them a round of applause again. Thank you for your work. Metro is leading the nation's largest local infrastructure program in large part because of public support that was expressed through Measure R and Measure M. Metro is putting thousands of people to work, building an integrated transit network system, including our Crenshaw LAX line, the Purple Line extension to Westwood, a project that earned a personal visit from President Biden. I was honored to visit the project with the President and Supervisor and Metro Board Member Hilda Solis. And let me just welcome our newest board member, Lindsay Horvat. Thank you. We have laid all of the track for the Foothill extension to Pomona, and along with local residents, we are exploring how best to connect. Remember I said along with residents. We are exploring how best to connect the valley and the west side along the Sepulveda Pass. So we finally have an alternative to our famous 405 freeway. I was honored to be there to help open our new regional connector, a marvel that makes it so you can ride from Azusa to Long Beach, East LA to Santa Monica, all in the same seat, not have to transfer. And as a testament to the engineering, Angelenos attending a concert at Disney Hall right next to the station won't hear a thing. And the LAX connector is on track to open next year, and it's about time. We've been waiting for that for years. We are building the future of Los Angeles, and we are doing it in the new ways. We are joining forces with the federal government like never before, with a commitment of more than $900 million to deliver the East San Fernando Valley Light Rail project. We are making sure that projects are designed to protect or expand housing. And we're making sure that good-paying jobs with benefits on Metro construction sites are going to people right from the neighborhoods that need those good paying jobs, something that I was proud to work on as a former member of Congress. We're also making sure that the businesses in our communities aren't harmed during construction, but instead are helped in the process. Thank you, board member DuPont Walker. That was one of your efforts for many, many years. Now, as chair, I will make sure that we maximize the local benefits of every dollar we spend on metro construction. And I hope the union members, Sergio, and metro contractors in the audience hear that loud and clear. Now the question before us, though, is if we build it, will they come? Today, hundreds of thousands of Southern Californians depend on Metro to go to work, to go to school, to their doctor's appointments, because Metro is truly an essential service. But for Los Angeles to thrive, in fact, for Los Angeles to survive, in the future, Metro cannot be mostly a system of last resort. It must be a system of first choice. We need more Southern Californians to view and use Metro as their first choice for transportation. The number of people who choose to go to Metro will help determine the health of the air we breathe and the amount of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. It will determine the level of gridlock we experience in our daily commutes. And it will determine the ability of people to afford a place to live that's accessible to a job that can pay the bills. This is the monumental impact of the work Metro does and that we must all do together. Ridership today is up 16% to nearly 900,000 boardings every weekday, proof of the recovery, but still that is nowhere near where we need to be for the Los Angeles of today and certainly the future. We must acknowledge that ridership is still down and the reduction is disproportionately amongst women riders who report that they do not feel safe. And we must address the increase in human suffering that we have seen on our public transit system, like many other cities are also facing. Homelessness, as you know, is my top priority, and this is an issue of life and death. Almost 50 people have died on the Metro system just this year. So we are increasing our homeless outreach teams by 50%. This year we will have 24 teams, dedicated Metro teams, working in partnership with community-based organizations to develop homeless navigation hubs and conducting the sustained outreach needed to move people off the stations, trains, and buses and into stable housing. And we're going to take full advantage of the surplus and underutilized land to jumpstart Metro's joint development program, to increase Metro's production of housing units tenfold so that we reach the 10,000 units of housing by 2031 that Supervisor Hahn described, half of which will be income restricted. At the same time, we must make sure riders and Metro employees alike both feel safe and actually are safe on our system. So to keep everyone safe, we have deployed the hundreds of ambassadors who serve as eyes and ears, and I just want to acknowledge you once again for your work. Thank you so much. Now, we all know that too many of the safety issues that we are having are really mental health or substance abuse related, which is why our safety strategy must address those underlying issues. We know that drug addiction fuels so much of the discord and crime on our system, and we are making sure that we are both conducting enforcement and getting people the services and treatment that they need, depending on what is best for that individual. But we also must listen more to riders. In response to feedback, we are deploying more officers across the B and D subway lines, that's the red and purple lines, and the bus routes with the most assaults to prevent crime and improve response times. But we must push even further, and we must also tailor our public safety strategy to this moment, to the Metro system, and to the community that it serves. That is why previous chair, another accomplishment of Chair Najarian, led a motion to explore replacing the current status quo of contracting with outside law enforcement agencies, in fact, there are 3 outside agencies, to an in-house Metro Community Safety Department. We have an opportunity to create a department that from its inception is integrated with a holistic approach, one that ensures that we respond urgently to crime, but that we prevent crime and deliver the necessary outreach and services. Most importantly, the Metro system must work for people so that it has to go where people need to go and where they want to go. It must be reliable, it must be convenient, and it must be fast. And that starts with how long the wait is between the next train or bus. So starting in September, the B and D lines, the red and purple line subways, will run every 10 minutes. By the end of the year, our light rail lines will run every 8 minutes during peak hours and 10 minutes off-peak. Our recently completed bus lanes on Venice Boulevard and the under construction bus lanes on La Brea are just 2 examples of how we are accelerating our bus service for riders. The health of our air, the length of our commutes, the gridlock we face, our access to affordable housing and good jobs, it all depends on how we build out the system, how we operate the system, how we keep the system safe, and how we return its spaces to its actual intended uses for transportation. We are building up one of the world's great metros. And if we do it right, if we run it right, the people will come and they will enjoy world-class service befitting of our world-class region. Thank you.